In this box lies the very reason we get to celebrate 250 years of America. But first, I need to explain what brought me here. On April 26, 2025, my grandmother received an email from a trustee in charge of the Martin Pattison Family Trust. The trust had been paying the property taxes on 93 hectares of iron mines in Canada while trying to reach the extended family of William Pattison. The Pattison family governed an extensive array of iron mines and worked closely with Andrew Carnegie during the Steel Revolution. Over 100 years later, one of those properties needs to trace down the family lineage to properly distribute ownership shares. And one of those descendants was my great-grandfather, George Sheasby. Problem is, the Pattisons bred as if they were an 1800s Elon Musk. In order to properly establish ownership, there would need to be an extensive search for death certificates, wills, and probate through over 100 years of family history, with, in some cases, a dozen children stemming from a single inheritance. And since my grandparents were at a point in their life where they wanted to do less, not more, naturally, they passed the project off to me. While I knew I was in for a big project, I had no idea what I was about to find. I was going to start by going through all of my great-grandfather's documents. Lease agreements, mining paperwork, bank statements, family letters. We were going to digitize it all, plug the files into Claude, and have it draft family trees, historical reports, Sankey charts, and every single lost piece of land lingering behind the family name. When the banker boxes arrived, though, I kinda lost sight of the original goal. Without even going through them, they had this enticing allure to them. Call it energy, aura, or just objects resonating with history. I can't fully explain it. If you've ever been in an antique shop and felt physically drawn to an item based off a sensation you can't really put into words, then you know what I was feeling. So as I'm flipping through everything, going through it all, it seems like each item has me awestruck. But this one item in particular literally had me just jaw-dropped, speechless. So this handwritten note on this piece of cloth reads, "Taken off Japanese Marine soldier we shot after he shot a friend of mine in head. He played dead and we forgot. If it doesn't stink, stick it. Spots are his blood." I just sat there and was blown away. So I was like, what do I have in my hands? What kind of piece of history? I mean, literally like blood of a Japanese Marine. Kind of crazy, maybe unsanitary. And there's the note. This is what I mean when I say I can feel the history behind these things. It's just blown me away. I had grown up hearing his stories of bravery and chaos from the front lines of World War II. But when I was just 9 years old, his timeline ended, and his belongings and legacy got stuffed in a box somewhere. Until now, until I got to search through the very stories that enabled my creation. But as I searched, I realized what I found was much more than just my family's history. It's the very essence of what allowed this country to thrive, and the very thing that will keep this country persisting through times of turmoil and evil. Each item I touched, I could feel, had countless stories behind it. But more than just the connection to my own ancestry, I felt a deep connection to my country, because America was created with the goal of being the land of the free. But with every great good comes great evil. And in today's world, the battle for freedom isn't always fought on the front lines. It's fought in deceptive news, streaming services, and divisive algorithms. It's fought in liquor stores, the pharmacy, and even the grocery store. The idea of having a land of the free was so inherently good that evil forced itself into our very brains and bodies. But when I look through these pieces of history, I can't help but think that each and every American has a box like this sitting somewhere. Maybe not physically, but at least passed down through words and stories over generations. Relics of industrial advancement, philanthropy, battle, war. If we look back through our own lineage, it all kind of leads to one very basic thing. Look, in a time where we are more separated than ever, in a time where conflict and corruption runs rampant, 250 years of freedom is a reminder for me. As different as we all are, we almost all understand that the power of freedom will always attract evil. But the greatest adversary to evil is selfless sacrifice. something we can all partake in. Whether it's for our family, our community, or our country, every decision is a trade-off. And no matter how small an act of giving up self-indulgence, the downstream effects benefit not only you, but others around you. And if we voluntarily give something up, then we get to have what truly matters most: freedom.